Hey guys, this is Rusty78609. Beautiful day here in Central Texas, USA. Right now it is 39 degrees and it's 9:21 a.m. and I'm going west-northwest on Highway 1431 between Marble Falls, Texas and Granite Shoals and Kingsland. And it's really a nice day. I did my walk. I haven't done my walking yet. I did my stretches, but I'm waiting for it to warm up a little bit before I do my walking. So I thought I'd go take a little drive and get some groceries and some simple stuff. But I have to tell you this, I had a little, quote, incident this morning. On the way to the grocery store on Park Road 4, a little deer was running along beside me, and I felt like that's not a good thing for a deer to do. They were the deer was running parallel beside me. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll just dart right across the road. And so I was slowing down. There was a car behind me, and unfortunately, it's one of those tailgaters. And so when I saw the deer, I immediately applied the brakes pretty heavily, actually. And the guy behind me, I think he panicked. He never saw the deer. But anyway, the deer did cut directly in front of me. And I did hit the deer, but I didn't hit it hard. I just bumped it because I was already down to about 20 miles an hour, and it was kind of a glancing blow. And anyway, I did pull over and check to see if there was any damage to my vehicle. There's none, so that I didn't think there was. But I did also turn around and go back because I felt like if the animal was wounded, that I would put it out of its misery. And so anyway, I went back, but fortunately the deer was gone, so knock on wood, maybe he's just going to have him a nice sore rear end, because I hit him right at the back left leg, at the thigh part, the top part, and so a little padding there. Maybe he'll be, it was a little buck, a little spike buck. I say spike, it had 4 points. And but yeah, but whenever you're in the hill country or anywhere there's deer, yeah, if they start running along beside you, don't make the choice that they're going to continue or go to the right. Unfortunately, I don't know why they do. They just cut right in front of you. But anyway, enough said about that. And the guy behind me, I swear, he never saw, well, he did finally see the deer, I guess, after it crossed the road in front of both of us. But it's really irritating. You know, there's not much traffic on that road anyway, and then here's a deer running along beside me. This guy behind me is not even in the same, you know, he doesn't even know where he's at. And had he been aware and he wasn't right on my bumper, I could have stopped much quicker and avoided the incident altogether. But enough said about that, moving right along. It is a pretty day, and I'm planning on taking a trip here, I hope, next couple of months for sure, in March. And yeah, it occurred to me, I was thinking yesterday, I was sitting around, I was thinking about some of the things I've done and enjoyed. And going camping in the Prius was really a good way to go traveling and camping. It was definitely work. I mean, for me, because I was in my 70s doing that, or I guess I started when I was like 67, going camping in the Prius, and off and on for 5 years until I got my pickup, and then I went camping with the camper top. But it was fun. I went a lot of different places, got to see a lot of things. And but whenever you get ready to go camping in the car, at least for me, when I got ready to go camping in the Prius, it was kind of an event in that you had to prepare. You had to get the bed ready. You had to get your organizer, quote, organized, and because there's just not a lot of space. And I was trying to take a little food and enough water and stuff, even though I didn't do much boondocking in the Prius, because it's hard to get down some of those boondocking roads in a low clearance vehicle. But so it took a little while. It took some time to get everything organized and ready to go. And then again, it was the same thing in with the pickup with the camper top on it. It takes a little while to get everything organized, even though you can buy stuff on the road, and I know all that crap. And but for me, I just like to have it. If I don't like to buy it again, I don't like to double spend money. So I would try to get everything ready. But back when I was traveling in my travel trailer, and I did that for 20 plus years, you know, everything's there. It's your home. You know, you just hook on and go. And of course, when I was pulling a travel trailer years ago, it was a little more work than it will be with this one. Number one, it was a heavier travel trailer, and the jacks were, you know, the old manual jacks that you had to screw up with your hand, even though all they are just stabilizers. They don't really move the RV, maybe a little bit to get it leveled. You're not going to level your RV with your stabilizer jacks. That's not what they're designed for. They're designed for stabilization only. And also the trailer I had before, you know, it had the sway bar, and then it also had the load levelers, and the hitch for that setup weighed about 50 pounds, and it was not fun to do that. It was a little more work, because I've hooked up this RV three times to tow it, and I'm fixing to sneeze, so if I make a crazy noise, it's me sneezing. And the reason is there's cedar pollen in the air. Hello world. Yep. But the old trailer I had was just old and heavy, and this one I've got now, the 2018 Coachman Clifford Cadet, only weighs 2,450 pounds, probably about 2,800 loaded, like I've got it. I haven't put a lot of stuff in it. It may be less than that, because I haven't put many clothes, and I haven't put much in the way of canned goods. I certainly don't have any books, and that's something I used to take with me. I'd have 15 or 20 books, and books are heavy. Books are heavy, canned goods heavy, water's heavy, clothes not too bad, but they will add up if you just let them stack up. And I know I say that a lot, but it was an adventure back when, and I did it for a long time. But the truck I had was, quote, underpowered for the trailer I was towing, and it was now on land like this right here, just rolling hills, it was perfect. But if you got into anything like you get into in the Rockies or northern part of New Mexico, even parts of Arizona where there's mountains, it was work, and so I didn't enjoy that a whole lot. And I don't even think I had trailer brakes. I may have. I don't remember. I was new. I was a new guy. There was no internet to tell me anything. So, but it was fun. But going in my new travel trailer, I'm hoping is a whole different experience. And I'm hoping that I can work it out. I really just want to flow into making this really a way of life. I mean, I hate to say that, because some people will probably hold me to that. But ideally, for me, until I don't have my health and I'm unable to do it, it gives me a way of life. I mean, it gives me something to do, and it's not expensive. It can be if you make it. I mean, if you stay in RV parks every night or by the week, that can be a little pricey. But if you kind of cut the cost down by, staying, dry camp most of the time. And you can dry camp in a state park. You can dry camp in a New Mexico state park for $10 a night. It's just basically you're paying for tent camping. And that's all I need. I don't care about hookups, because I've got solar, and I can get water anywhere. And I'll show you how I'm going to handle the water situation. I've got a product ordered to help me with that. You can do the gravity feed. Get your can above the opening in the RV where the freshwater opening is, and whatever you're going to use for carrying water, as long as it's higher than that opening, you can siphon the water into your tank. But you can't hold up a 5-gallon jug very long. That's 40 pounds. But you can do it 1 gallon at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And for me, I don't use a lot of water anyway, so I can add 2 or 3 gallons a day or whatever, and I'm fine. And I can probably get that most places I camp. So that's not going to be a big issue for me. But as far as, kind of making it, I guess you'd call it full. Well, I mean, I full-time RV already. I mean, I live in an RV. I don't necessarily travel around in it much, but I plan to do some beginning real soon. It seems like, I can't believe it's already the end of January. I really can't. I mean, you know, February, the middle of February is spring in Texas, normally. Now this year we'll probably get a snowstorm. But yeah, right after the middle of February, the things will start greening up. The birds will start chirping. How about that? The birds chirp, they don't chop. Woodmen chop. Birds chirp. Wow. It's going to get worse, guys. I just hope that y'all, if you stay with me, see, you'll be able to interpret these videos for other people. Because I get my words mixed up. Oh, I do. I watch some of my videos and I think, God, why did I say that? You know, because I'll get a word wrong. You know, I mean, really wrong or in the wrong place. But that's the way it is, guys. You know, when you get older, that's why, you know, whenever you see a politician or any news anchor or whatever, anybody that's talking publicly, and it's a perfect speech, in other words, there are no flaws, you know, there's no words missed or mispronounced, I guarantee you they're using a prompter, okay? There's no way you can do that. You know, you can't memorize a speech. Well, you can memorize it. You can. Now, some people, I mean, you can memorize it word for word. You know, actors do it all the time, memorizing lines. But for the average human, you're going to make a lot of verbal mistakes. But for those of you that are new, this is Kingsland, Texas. I'm on the way to the post office, and I'll end the video there. I'm going to check my mail, and I got to go dump some boxes. But anyway, back to RVing. Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. I think the RV, see, the good thing about the RV I've got, it's so lightweight that all I need is a sway bar. I don't need the load levelers, okay? And that's wonderful, wonderful. I just have a little simple hitch that I can lift up with one hand. Wonderful. And then as far as leveling it, I've got a single axle, okay? That means I got one tire on each side, and I've got some little blocks that I use to level my Prius and my pickup with, and they'll work perfectly with the travel trailer. You just back them up there and get it. Once you get it level, you know, left to right, getting it level front to back is really easy. Okay, because all you got to do is just jack it up a little more or lower it down a little more. That's it. But left to right sometimes can be a little tricky, particularly for those double axle RVs. And you get on a slope, it can be a little tough, because I've done it. But I don't plan to do any real rugged boondocking for sure, and I'm not going to go far off the road boondocking. That's another thing, because I don't want to be out there in the boonies and then get caught in a little rainstorm, and well, then it washes out the road. You know, because they don't maintain those roads. Most of those BLM roads, Mother Nature maintains them. I mean, but here we are at the post office in Kingsland, Texas. I know everybody's wanted to see this for years, but it has been the past few days. The mornings have been a little cold, I will admit, but the afternoons, it warms up to 60. Yesterday it was around 70. Yeah, I laid out in the sun for a while and sapped up some vitamin D to get rid of some of these skin conditions, because they're all related to vitamin D, supposedly. But anyway, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, but use the link to Amazon products in the description of the video. Why? Because I'm an Amazon affiliate, and I get a small commission if you take the time to use the link. It doesn't cost you a dime, not 1 penny. The product is going to be the same price whether you use the link or not. If you have the time, use it. Thank you. Now, moving right along. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. It's good for you. It will help you avoid kidney stones, gout, and it can help you lose weight because you'll be full of water. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly. What does that do? That relieves stress, and that lowers your blood pressure, and that will keep you alive a little bit longer, okay? And what else? Stretch, walk, keep your body in motion, and if you feel good, you'll feel like doing things, like going camping and doing stuff, and otherwise, you're not. But anyway, having said that, enjoy your day. Adios, amigos, from Central Texas. Bye-bye.